Today, we're gonna be talking about the very first chapter of my YouTube journey and your journey to become your best successful version of yourself. Now, I know that my initial year, or at least the initial collections, are gonna be divided in three, which are the first one, the mind frame, the thinking phase, the mindsets that you have to accept to become the person you want to be. The second frame, the second chapter, the second collection is going to be the actions that you have to take in order for you to start acting on what you tell yourself you want for your future. And then the very most important frame is the growth phase, which is the maintainment of that mind frame that you have learned, and the consistency on the actions that you keep doing throughout your life. All right, so let's get started with the very first thing that I'll be talking about, and that is understanding that the reality isn't what you're thought. The reality in which everything happens because some people get lucky and you were just not born lucky, or the reality where in order for you to be successful and happy, you have to go through the entire school process even if you don't like it, go do master's degrees, work for someone as an intern, work for someone normally, then maybe when you're 60 you get retirement and you can live happily ever after with your 401k. That is not the only reality that's available. And everyone that tells you so usually isn't happy, are they? I don't think I've ever heard of someone that is extremely happy with their life, that has it all, and those are the suggestions they're giving you. So I'm gonna start by saying that we have to remove the misconception of you being lucky, or you needing to be lucky, or you needing to have been born someone else or have been something else in order for you to get to where you want to be. Because the very first thing that you have to keep in mind is that you, exactly you, like this person watching this video and me right now, we're not capable of achieving our journey. It's just way too hard, there's too much going on, we have big dreams and these are too big for us to know what we need to do. But you know who's gonna be able to achieve this journey? And who's capable of actually doing the things that need to be done in order for you to be there? Your future self. And that's the person that we are shaping today. That's the person that with these chapters that I am putting together, we will be shaping, or we will be sharpening into an incredible, better version of yourself, capable of doing exactly what you want to do. So I'm gonna get started with a very brief intro, and that's gonna close today's video. It's just a very small concept, a framing or an understanding that kind of gave me a new perspective on what it means to have different realities out there. I mean, isn't the same reality here that I'm seeing the same reality that you guys are seeing? Some skyscrapers in the back, some trees, everything around me, yes. But there is different types of people, different perceptions. The way that a person perceives reality shapes the place in which they live. To better explain this example, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a story that I tell myself, a story that I remind myself to understand what it means to think of reality as something different, more achievable, something that can change. So there's two people, person A and person B. Now, person A looks at a kid in a Ferrari and says, that guy is probably from a rich family, and that guy probably got his dad that bought his car, and yeah, that's how he got the car. He was rich already. And then there's person B. Person B looks at the guy in a Ferrari and says, I wonder how he got that car. I wonder what he had to do, or what needs to be done, or what I would have to do in order for me to get that car, because I really like it. I really want it. Now, what is happening here? In the reality of person A, getting that car is impossible, because in order for person A to get that car, person A would have been born in a rich family with a rich dad that bought him the car, and therefore he can't never be born with a rich family and a rich dad that buys him the car, and then he'll never get that car. He'll never get to this car because he just doesn't have the requirements for it. On the other side though, person B is looking for the how. Person B knows that there is a way, knows that there is someone that by using time more efficiently or learning different things, got that car, got to that car, learned what needed to be done to get to that car, and now is driving that very nice car with a very nice girl next to him. So the difference here is just the reality that you accept around you. And that's person B, that's who you have to be, that's who I had to become in order for things to become easier, more achievable, for life to be happy, for life to be more flexible. Throughout this chapter of my YouTube journey, what I will be doing is turning you into that person B, into that achiever, turning you into the best version of yourself at the admin layer of your own life, so that somehow, in some way, you can get exactly what you want from life. With that said, that's it for today. Brief introduction. I hope to see you here because I can tell you, I spent the past 2 years of my life at getting where I am, and throughout this YouTube journey I will be telling you a little bit of my story, and now I'm running a company of 12 people set to change the music industry. And now I got to just being happy with working about 13 hours a day, because I really am. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this was a little bit of a perspective on what it is that you're gonna have to understand for the future. You don't have to know things, you don't have to be someone already, you just have to accept that things might be different from what you thought they were. And with that in mind, we're gonna close this video, and I will see you in the next video next week. Peace.